up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film The Suicide Squad. Now this is a sequel to the 2016 film known as Suicide Squad, which I thought was pretty good. I did get to see this a couple of times in the theaters. Now this is a sequel to that film, and then it's also the 10th film in the DC Extended Universe of films. Now this film is about the members of the Suicide Squad, or you can say a Task Force S, being sent on a mission to destroy like a Nazi-era laboratory, but at the same time there's also like this creature that they're calling like the Project Starfish, and this actually has a name too, and it's from like the comics, you know. It's so the Suicide Squad team members have to actually get together and go on this journey to actually destroy like this supposedly like Nazi-era laboratory, and I guess you could say the Project Starfish, like the creature itself too as well, which is apparently like an alien. Now the film itself, the place they are assigned to, I thought was kind of cool because they actually are assigned to like Corto Maltese, so I think that's kind of awesome because we all know that location, you know, from the comics, you know. So I think that's awesome that they are assigned to that particular location to destroy this particular creature. Now the cast of the film, you have Margaret Robbie, she returns as like Harley Quinn. You also have Idris Elba, who plays Bloodsport, you can call him Robert. You also have John Cena as a Peacemaker. You also have Sylvester Stallone as the voice of King Shark, and I think he kind of stood out in the film because he's like a completely like CGI character with the voice of Sylvester Stallone. I think his character is kind of cool, and he stood out, of course. Then you also have Viola Davis, who returns as Amanda Waller. Now there are also other characters too, like Polka Dot Man, then like the Rat Catcher, because like Polka Dot Man, he can shoot like polka dots at his enemies, which will like disintegrate like their bodies. And you also have like the Rat Catcher, she's like a girl who can like summon like a bunch of rats and so on. Now you have previous members from the first film who show up, but I don't want to get into it too much because it's kind of spoiler territory. Say like Boomerang, Captain Boomerang, he returns. You have Michael J. Courtney, Jay Courtney playing him again from the first film. And I don't want to go into it too much because it's like his screen time is kind of limited. Now right there, that's kind of a spoiler alert. You also have Michael Rooker in the film as a Savant. There's like tons of characters and so on there I could touch on, but I don't want to get into it too much. Now the director of the film is James Gunn. Now I was already hearing about the reviews for this film, like on Rotten Tomatoes or so. This is supposed like the best reviewed film in the DC Extended Universe. So even I thought that was kind of interesting and awesome, you know. And it did turn out to be a pretty solid film too as well, again. Now the film itself, like I said, other than like the characters having to go to like this place like in Cortez Maltese to take out the Project Starfire creature, it also has like relationships with like Idris Elba, like his character. He has a daughter that he has like a relationship with, she's kind of against him, and he's like locked up in prison and so on. And then there's like other things too. You get to see like other histories of some of the other past characters, but it is basically about them trying to go and take out this supposedly starfish creature. Now I thought John Cena, he stood out pretty good too as a Peacemaker. I thought his role was kind of funny, like hilarious. And there's also like other like creatures and characters that I want to touch on, but I just leave it at that. But the film, it had like a nice pace to it, but there were moments where I felt like it was kind of like dragging a lot throughout the film. But it was still a pretty solid film, and I felt like it was kind of on level with the first Suicide Squad film. You know, I thought it was kind of still on that level, like a pretty good film. It's like over the top and like hilarious. I mean, like even like ridiculous at times too as well. But I did thought it was like an awesome moment for Harley Quinn, kind of towards like the end of the film, where she had to take out all these like people, these like groups of like military type men. It was kind of an awesome scene. I thought that was pretty good. But I just leave it at that. I don't want to go into it because I don't want to ruin the film. And there are like some Easter eggs and like hidden treats like at the end of the film if you stay and watch like the credits and so on, as usual with these kind of films. So yeah, the Suicide Squad, I'm giving this a B-, and I definitely recommend it for like fans of the first Suicide Squad film, or like these over the top like DC Universe type films, because it's like very like over the top, even like ridiculous at sometimes, you know, at points, you know. But I would definitely recommend it for that crew. So I'm giving this a B-. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.